Hi guys, my name is Maina, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Welcome to Sheria.
Hi, my name is Judy, Ochollah, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Welcome to Sheria. Sheria is a platform that aims to educate the ordinary mwananchi about the law so that we can equip and empower you. Speaking of equipping and empowerment, today's topic is about public participation and demonstration. So Article 37 of the Constitution of Kenya, which is the supreme law of the land, provides that every person has a right to peaceably and unarmed to assemble, demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. Mary, in relation to what has been happening in Kenya, what are your thoughts on this?
That's a very good question. I think everyone right now knows that this is a right enshrined in the Constitution and they have the right to enjoy it. However, we have to remember that with every right, aside from those listed under Article 25 of the Constitution, that is freedom from torture, freedom from slavery, right to a fair hearing, and right to habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is the right to be released from unlawful custody or to be presented before court for a hearing, and a just and fair hearing at that. Now, Article 24 of the Constitution provides for the limitation of rights and freedoms. Usually, the rights and freedoms of a person are not something that can be limited. However, as provided in the Constitution, some of them can, other than those that I've just mentioned. Now, in some instances, particularly, let's say, Article 37. Article 37 gives you the right to go, demonstrate, and you can imagine people are walking around in the streets, and many things can happen. They can cause chaos, they can cause too much noise, perhaps, they can damage property. And what happens in that situation? They cause what we call public disorder. So there's this act known as the Public Order Act. It provides for, it basically gives guidelines to the authorities on what to do and how to maintain public order. So Section 14 provides for use of force for these authorities in their aim to maintain that public order. However, it's also important to understand this use of force. How is it being, to what extent are they allowed to practice this kind of force? In what circumstances is this force what we call lawful? Now, the use of force should be, one, reasonable, justifiable, and should be limited so as not to cause grievous harm to whoever is being the subject of that force. Now, at what point do we bring in firearms? Unfortunately, in this country, we do allow firearms in such situations. However, in some countries, they do not allow firearms in terms of dealing with demonstrations. Now, at what point are firearms brought in? This is where weapons that can cause lesser harm have not worked. Maybe the rungus, so to speak, the tear gas, the water that they spray, usually, that has not been able to achieve the objective of the authorities, that is in maintaining the public order. That's when a firearm can come in. But remember, there are so many things one can do before taking up the firearm. You can take that person into custody. Maybe they were destroying public property or private property, and as the authority, you have the right to protect it. So you can take them into custody. There are so many things you can do, the tear gas and all those other things, before you reach to a point of using the firearm. So this force, though it is legal, it has to be justifiable, it has to be reasonable. Now, one may ask, these demonstrations, are there any guidelines? What governs them? Judy, might you want to jump in?
I think you've mentioned the Public Order Act. Specifically, Section 5 of this act provides that you can't just wake up and go to the street and start demonstrating. You need to get the relevant approvals from the relevant authorities. And I think that is why you notice there was a press statement that ensured that all the relevant approvals had been issued to the public so that it becomes a peaceful demonstration. And hence now you're exercising your right as per Article 37 of the Constitution.
Exactly. The organizers of the demonstration have to be known, their physical address, basically their details have to be known and forwarded to the authorities. And they also have to be present throughout the whole demonstration. So in the event, the authorities need to maintain some sort of public order. They're able to reach out to the organizers so that they can control the other people. So far we do not have guidelines as to the maximum number of people that can attend such things. Although they do give, you should give maybe the routes that you are to pass by, where you'll be able to go. And they do call the people around, maybe the agencies around, to give some sort of, consent to that demonstration. However, this is a right of every Kenyan citizen. And I believe unless there are pressing issues that would cause or lead to such limitations, I believe it's one that gives us, actually it's enshrined as well in Article 10, the national values of public, the national values and principles of governance, public participation, human rights. This is a human right under the Bill of Rights. It's also provided for under Article 21 of the International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights, which is a treaty, I believe we've talked about them in previous episodes, which Kenya has ratified. So this is a right that should be protected for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And that is why you'll even see that the Law Society of Kenya, in collaboration with other institutions, have come in to step in to ensure that because we're exercising our right and it is peaceful, they have even given toll-free numbers where if you're arrested or anything happens, you need legal advice or you need legal representation, they can come in and they can step in. Because remember, we're exercising our right as enshrined in the Constitution.
Exactly. And let's remember, Article 27 has highlighted peaceably and unarmed. That means a Kenyan citizen should not carry a gun, stones, or anything that can be interpreted to be a weapon, and should promote peace, even in the demonstration. That means do not destroy anything, any property, public or private, and that keeps you safe and keeps you enjoying this right. Once you take up weapons, or once you start causing some sort of public disorder, you've given the authorities the right to now interfere with your enjoyment of this right, in their aims to maintain what is called public order.
So in just piggybacking on that public order, remember we said we must get the relevant approvals. So as per Section 5 of the Public Order Act, if you don't get the relevant approvals, it is deemed as an illegal disorder. Yeah, so you need to make sure you get the relevant approvals.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's keep it lawful, let's keep it peaceful, and let's keep it unarmed. So that's all for today. I hope you've learned something. Do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click that bell so that anytime we have a new episode, you'll be notified. That's all we have from Sheria today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please join us next time. And till then, please do keep safe. Bye.
Bye.